Let's go. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring. Yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing.
What's up, guys? Master Styles here, welcoming you back to Inside Gaming, your go-to source for all things Eternal Evolution. So today, patch notes are live, new awakenable hero coming to the game, and it's going to be, where is he actually? Let's just go through here. Support hero, of course, Kanis. Kanis will be the new awakenable hero, and of course, with support being awakened, he'll be the 6th hero in PvP. Nothing new there. We'll go over the patch notes in a second, but towards the end of the video, we'll come back, we'll take a look at the tank team and see what they are looking like, and interestingly enough, to see what he brings to the table and see if they have any new events come into the game. So we're gonna hop over to Facebook and see what they got going on. As always, 500 diamonds, nothing new there, right? So what do we have for the updates? New heroes and hero optimizations. It's only hero, it's not heroes. We're always gonna correct that. Added new awakenable hero, Kanis, awakening ultimate skill, radiation of mutation. Kanis emits radiation, turning few selected heroes into an eternal giant, interestingly enough. Then deals damage to enemies around that giant equal to a percentage of Kanis's max HP. So now that sounds like a pulse. And knocking them down with a chance depending on Kanis's accuracy. Eternal Giant, the hero's body enlarged, that's nothing new there. Gains additional max HP and restores the same amount of HP. I think it did that before, or I think that might be new. The volume being equal to a percentage of Kanis's max HP. Additionally, received shields and healing effects are increased. Okay, that works perfectly with Conor, right? Once he gets new shields, his max HP actually increases. The Eternal Giant state can stack up to a few times, probably 3 or 4, maybe less. And reapplying the state additionally activates all bonus effects. Wow, so does it double it? Interestingly enough. So the Awaken 7 on the A side, right? Potential effect: when applying the Eternal Giant state, Kanis additionally applies a shield to the target equal to a percentage of Kanis's max HP. Wow. Heroes in the Eternal Giant state deal more damage to targets with max HP lower than their own. And this would be separate from the pulse damage, right? I'm assuming. And of course, the Awaken 3 would be Awaken passive skill. Titan's Invincibility. Kanis, upon entering battle, applies a shield to themself. Why you say them versus himself? Equal to a percentage of their max HP. You mean his max HP? Interestingly enough, after a few seconds, this shield converts into max HP and restores the same amount of HP. So if you take damage, then it's the initial amount or the amount that's left over from the damage that you receive. That's also another question. And of course, during the formation of the squad during battle or in Soul Rubelite Mine, Kanis can be considered as a Terran. I said Windfear because I thought they were going to bring out a new Windfear tank. So I guess it's going to be a new Terran tank or Atlas, or maybe both, right? Or all three. Who knows what they're going to do. And of course, the potential effect, which is on the other side. While Kanis is on the battlefield, the Guardian state of all ally heroes additionally reduces all incoming damage. Is that good against true damage? Because true damage for the tanks are their biggest problem, right? AoE. In PvP modes, Kanis is not limited by the maximum number of heroes in a squad. Makes sense there. He'll become the 6th hero. So once we go back over to the game, we'll talk more about him becoming the 6th hero and what that looked like for when you're running 5 teams. Okay. Of course, we have new events and event optimization. Wishlist banner is back. We'll have Kanis, Trojan, and Alema. Chances are I'm going to be calling them Danix. Yeah, I can see that happening. Of course, Return of the Giant Tower, where you can get copies of Kanis and also his Soul Crystal. Primarily going to be focusing on the Soul Crystal, of course. And we have Quantum Mimic. For Quantum Mimic, we have Sam and the Divine Prototype Rebirth Brand. I think that's a tank prototype. I'm gonna have to go look at that later on in the video. Hero Rally, you know that one works. You do your summons and you get some additional rewards for summoning. And also advanced tickets count towards Hero Rally, which is great there. We have the Mysterious event. Great way to get some awakenable materials there. Sounds good enough. And of course, speaking about 5 teams, Ascension Arena is back. Obviously, if you're new to the game, then it's still Summit Arena, right? And the feature hero will be Conor, Wukong, and of course, Kanis. We also have a new season of Guild versus Guild, and Holy Land contract is back. I feel like it just ended recently. Yeah, I think so. And of course, the 3 featured heroes there should be Wukong, Kanis, and Conor. One thing I wish they would have done was make Wukong's damage based off of HP. If his damage was based off of HP, he would be doing some crazy damage. Because imagine Kanis enlarging Wukong, and then he does damage based off of HP, and his max HP will continue to go up. And because of what it says, where actually let's go back real quick, because it says here, right? Go back. Let's go all the way back up here. Normally we don't go back, but we are gonna do it this time. Up here it says heroes in the Eternal Giant state deal more damage to targets with max HP lower than their own. So that will work with everybody, and I can see the Vanguards benefiting from this, right? And also the other question is, whenever they get bigger and they do the pulse, they do knockdowns, will Kanis also join in on that? Because normally Kanis joins in on knockdown, so that's something we're gonna have to take a look at once the update goes live. So let's go back down here. Where are we at? We also have game content adjustments and optimizations. Adjusted the alternate world shop system. Added Ares' Soul Crystal Nucleus shard in the alternative world shop. Wow. We need more coins over there, by the way. Just saying. Bug fixes. Fix the issue where the indicator did not display as a triangle when manually casting Wukong's ultimate skill. That's the only thing that needed to fix. Okay. All right. Well, that there is the patch notes. Let's actually hop back over to the game. All right. So we're back in the game. One thing I was thinking is that I wouldn't have anything to summon for, but I completely forgot that I didn't bring Alema to Immortal 5. So I guess I'll just summon for Alema because I don't want to burn through my tickets, because again, I have to. It's not that I want to. I have to. Trojan's already Immortal 5, and Kanis is literally 1 copy away from being at Immortal 5. So we'll just go for Alema, and that way it would make sense for me, because I didn't bring him, well, I'm saying him, Wukong here to Immortal 5, and he's 1 copy away. He's also another option to bring to Immortal 5, because I just didn't want to bring him to Immortal 5 and then having no one to summon for and just having to burn through my limited tickets just because I want the Awakened Crystal. But let's actually go back over here. I didn't even mean to back out of there. To Kanis here. And of course, they're talking about accuracy. So for me, what I've done is, obviously it would make sense to run Resonance on him, because again, it gives you the accuracy, gives you additional energy after you do your first casting once you temper out the resonance. But for me, what I've been running is actually opportunistic on him. I don't suggest you do this because, again, I have Awakened Conor. So he starts the battle with his ultimate, right? Because of Awakened Conor. But for, those that don't have Conor Awakened, you want to go with Resonance, right? So you can get the full energy, well, 300 additional energy, I should say. Not really full, but if you're running energy up, I call it energy up because it increases your energy at the start of battle. You can pretty much start with his ultimate, right? And most people are running energy down anyways in the middle prototype. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But for me, I was thinking about the additional knockdowns. Don't necessarily know if he's going to have the ability to join in, right? On the knockdowns, I think it's a passive here. Let's see. So extra spear damage to the knockdown targets. Okay, so this will be the same. Good. That's a passive. It has nothing to do with the ultimate. So even if the ultimate change, the passive will still remain the same. So basically what this is that Kanis joins in on knockdown. So when he casts his ultimate, that means that the pulse that's knocking him down, he's going to do. Kanis is going to do a lot of damage. I could just see it, right? Because the additional knockdowns, and this is why I was thinking opportunistic, right? Damage reduction, because each time a knockdown is cast, gains 5% max HP and I go up to 20, so 20% additional max HP. And of course, look at this. This says when a skill with knockdown effect is cast for the first time in battle, the wielder gains 10% max HP, so he can potentially get 30% increase to his max HP plus all of the additional increases to max HP. Yeah, I'm going opportunistic here. Of course, it makes too much sense for me personally, and especially with Conor. This combination with Conor is going to be crazy. So let's go over to Hell Arena real quick, because this is what I was talking about. Because obviously Ascension Arena is there. Some people are not going to go too far into it, but again, you still need to run 5 teams. So for me, when I was looking at the 5 teams, I'm like, the other person that comes to mind is Masrani, right? Masrani now has been passed around. If you're running Hunters, then that's a different story, right? We're not going to talk about them because, again, you have to split Miranda with the Hunter team and the Energy team. I'm not really running Hunters right now. So again, Assassins, they have Fiona, right? Summoners, they have their Cervelli, which is the only non-support hero. That's a 6 hero. For Energy and Hunters, they have Miranda. And of course, Maz has been, switched around. But for me now, Maz has made himself to the Vanguard team for right now. With an awakening of an X support, then chances are he's going to be on, which team. I have no idea which team he's going to be on. He's probably going to get removed from all teams, right? So again, Kanis will be awakened. And now the other question will be, where is it? Let's pull it up here. Who do we put on this team, right? For me, the way that I look at it is because of Conor's protection. Well, because I have Conor, which makes sense, right? Our main problem is going to be energy, right? Energy and Hunters. So how do you combat that? Because again, with Kanis being awakened, it gives me the option to bring somebody with me, right? We can bring another hero, whichever, that could potentially help out against the energy heroes. Obviously, you can put another tank there where you can do Orton. I know he's squishy, but with him being in there with Conor, it may not be a bad way to go. 3 ultimates, he increases their damage, which would be great. They'll be doing more damage, right? It does have the ability to pull you out of that back line, which isn't bad. Bergman, he increases your damage, healing, right? Knockdowns, he removes shields, right? He has the ability to remove shields, but it's not AoE. So that's kind of one way to go there, right? And of course, I don't really care about. I'm just not giving him no. I'm not even gonna say his name. I'm not a fan. He's one of the tanks that I don't care about. But let's actually look at the other tanks. We can also go Ray. Ray has some good healing. But the thing about Ray is that I wish Ray could stay in the Guardian state without having to have another Evangelion there. But that's something to think about there. Again, an additional, what I was thinking, maybe, let's see, I do have Becky sitting here, right? Where is she? 'Cause I don't have her on my Vanguard team because I am running Leo. Let's see, Vanguard. Put Becky in there. Crazy like that, because again, that'll help me with the hunters and it'll also help me with the energy team. Because again, you may think that, but she is going to be very protected because of Conor, right? We'll throw Conor over there, we'll have Becky in the mix. So again, with me, I like to play around, and I'll even go as far as even where is she? I just saw her here. Put Artemis in there. Why not? Because I had Artemis with my Vanguard team and it was very disruptive. But again, just the fact that you can bring an additional hero and you don't have to worry about the survivability because of Conor's Awaken 3. So very excited about this one. I think the tanks are coming back. They'll be able to beat the Summoner team. Yeah, I'm saying it, yes. Again, but again, without the Awaken Conor, is the team going to be viable? That's also the other question. So we're going to have to wait and see how that's looking. But again, obviously, if you have Conor, max Conor in terms of evolution, is that going to be enough? I still think you need at least Awaken 3 because that's where you gain the additional protection. But if you made it this far in the video, what's the word of the day? The word of the day is actually, let's go and find where the word of the day is. Support. And the word of the day is actually Kanis, right? Coming in 6 hero. Now also a Terran, interestingly enough. Need to get a lot more HP on this guy. Work on his gears and get him up. Yeah, that is pretty bad. Oh, actually, I was thinking more damage there versus anything else. It's not bad. But again, if you made it this far in the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button for updates, guys, tier list walkthroughs, and of course, Fun to Play series and the Spotlight series. I am going to bring it back, no money spent. Yeah, for February. I want to start it in February, so I know they like to give out those S rank selectors. So I figured let's start there and go through that and play through that and see how far we can go. You know how that goes. We'll do that series in February. So that's something to look forward to. Watch out for a top 10 tier list coming soon. Yeah, I know people will feel the way they do, but I can't control that. For those that are rocking with me, let me know down in the comments how you feel about the awakening of Kanis. For me, long overdue. Tanks are gonna make their way back up to the top. I know summoners are gonna just destroy everything, but tanks are definitely going to do what they need to. Without further ado, till the next video, peace.